And we are live. Hey guys, my name is Yancey. I'm one of the co-founders here at Radom, and I promised myself I would make a YouTube video every day. So here we are. We're an outreach company, so you don't know about us unless if we reach out to you and you decide to be our client. We currently have 750 clients and we're looking to expand. So I just wanted to make this video to give some value about effective online marketing for properties. Most of the time, this is mostly the property management group's responsibility, but I just wanted to make this video just so property owners out there can understand what's going on behind the scenes. So let's talk about utilizing listing platforms. So whenever the property management group lists an apartment for rent, a unit for rent, you could call it, most of the times that I've seen is they've only been relying on like Zillow and apartments.com. Sometimes they don't even cross post. I don't know why, but the best strategy to get your property seen by potential tenants is all of them. All the platforms. Use Facebook Marketplace, free, easy. A lot of people are on there. Actually, the majority of the world is on there. Depending on your state, out here in Utah, KSL is huge. You post that on KSL, big market right there. You can post on Craigslist. I know Craigslist isn't popular, but there's still a ton of users that use that. Twitter is growing. I've scrolled through my Twitter, well, now it's called X, but I've scrolled through my X. I've seen apartment buildings that are near my area and they aren't ads, just people are posting them, and it brings awareness. It brings awareness to your building. And if you have your property management group posted across all platforms, it obviously boosts your likelihood of tenants actually walking in through that door and wanting to see what the place looks like. So now that we've talked about that a little bit, let's talk about what can make your listings effective. So number one, pictures. You got to have high quality pictures. And one of the things that I've seen across the board, the more high vibrant pictures are, the more likelihood people are wanting to click on the listings because they see colors, they see just high vibrant pictures. Give a sense of new, give a sense of fresh, clean, and it really drives you to click on a listing. And I have some examples. I'm going to put them up here on the screen, but high quality pictures is a must. There's no excuse about that. Number two is call to actions. You want to have a clear call to action, and because this is the thing, if you have a listing up and you have beautiful pictures but you don't have an effective call to action, people don't know what to do. Do I call them? Do I click on a link? Do I just like the post and hopefully they reach out to me? It's crazy because in this world, if you don't tell somebody what to do, they are not gonna do it. If you tell them, call this number to book a viewing, that's a clear call to action. If you don't have any sort of call to action, obviously people aren't gonna click through your listing unless if they're extremely motivated or have bad credit and they're hoping that you approve them. They're not gonna click on it. Pro tip: if you have your call to action with a lead magnet, when I say a lead magnet is, let's say a discount, let's say you have a move-in special, let's say you have $100 off this month if you call, if you call this week, it improves the likelihood of them calling you because it adds scarcity. So call to actions, extremely important. And then number three is consistent updates. So as soon as you get their information, let's say they fill out a form and they want to be contacted about this property, and you try contacting them and they don't pick up. One of the things that is killer is if you constantly update them on what's going on in your property. A lot of the times people get leads and don't follow up on leads, and they fall in between the cracks, and then they call a month or 3 months down the road asking if they're still interested when business goes slow. And obviously they're gonna answer, and they're gonna tell you, look man, I tried to contact you guys on this property a while back and I never heard back from you. And you don't want to have that, because that just puts a bad taste in the potential tenant's mouth, just because it's like, I was interested at one point but you guys didn't even bother to call me back. And it's, you know, personally for me, I'm a young guy. I've applied to a couple of apartments. I've talked to a couple of property management groups, and believe it or not, a lot of these places weren't calling me back. And it's not that I, you know, went through a whole application or anything. I just said, yes, I'm interested, send me updates, and not even an automated text message went out on my phone. So that's one thing that I want to get out of the way, and I think a lot of property owners should know about, making sure that the property management group is actually following up with your potential tenants. So now that we've talked about those issues, let's look at some examples and kind of see a group that is doing good, or actually, excuse me, a group that is doing an excellent job, and another group that, you know, needs some work. And disclosure, this isn't a hit piece. This isn't a video that has ill intent. This is just using facts. If these property management groups want to call me out, I'm sorry, but these are just facts. This is what a person that is looking for a apartment is looking at and getting discouraged of. So let's get right into it. I'm thinking about, you know what? Let's show the bad example first and then the good example. So these are all these two units are in the same area. So it isn't a different marketplace. And I selected them as similar as they could get. So let's take a look at this one. This one is listed for $1,195 a month. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, built in 1918, 700 square feet, and it's right in the downtown of Salt Lake City, or actually not downtown, but it's by the Capitol. So anyways, let's take a look at the pictures. This is one thing that I get it. You want to have watermarked pictures, right? But when it's right across the picture, I can't be the only one that doesn't like this. I think having a watermark is great, but when it's off to the side, not in the middle of the darn picture. And, you know, obviously their phone number's right here, so you can contact them if you're interested. But I'm just going to scroll through these pictures, and you guys let me know if this is something you would be interested in. So first things first, I have to say the quality of these pictures aren't the best. Like, you know, I think if you even grab the newest iPhone, you could take better pictures than this. Like, the angles are all messed up, the watermark is distracting, the lighting isn't good. You know, and this isn't really adding any value to my living experience if I were to move in here. Like, okay, cool, I know that it has hardwood floors, nice. Hardwood, nice. Small kitchen, okay? So what is what bedroom is what is this? It's hard to visualize myself moving into this place. And that's what a lot of tenants around this area feel like, because they want to, before they book a viewing, they want to understand what it would be like to live in this setting. So obviously that we've gone over the pictures, let's take a look on their call to action. Half off first month. Okay, that's good. At least they're throwing out their offer out there. Amazing location within walking distance of Memory Grove Park, downtown Salt Lake. Okay. Features include hardwood floors, beautiful built-in storage. Where's the storage? You know, when you have these things into your listing, you want to make sure people can follow where the storage is at. Like, if I was scrolling through these pictures, I wouldn't understand where the storage is at. What storage, you know? So anyways, let's continue. Stainless steel appliances, dedicated parking. A picture of the parking would be beneficial if they're advertising that. Rent, $1,195. Deposit, utilities. Tenant is responsible for electricity. At least they're being very upfront about that. There's a lot of properties that aren't upfront about that, which is crazy to me. Okay, that's good. They're making it clear that they don't accept Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, or gift cards. That's good. And obviously they have their schedule tool right here, apply now right here, and then their phone number. We've seen their phone number 1,000 times throughout this video. So that is, if I were to rate it through 1 to 10, I would give this a solid 4. And the main reason why I say the 4 is I really like how they threw in their golden offer about half off first month rent. That's good. I'm a very big believer about, making your golden offer the first thing customers see. But as we're looking through this, it's very tough to say this is a good listing. So now let's move on to the very good listing. So this is an apartment complex literally around the block from this place. First things first, you see a very high quality picture of a gym. So I think this is a very good start. So let's continue. All right, that's the gym picture. There we go. Look at that. Vibrant pictures. I'm telling you, there's something about vibrant pictures that just feel clean, feel professional, feel happy. It feels like a happy place to live in, And do the apartments actually look like this? Probably not. But just that filter, it's very effective, especially for somebody that is looking for apartments. Okay, another picture of the gym. Already, big improvement. You can easily tell that this is the bedroom. There's the bathroom, very good angles. It really represents what it would look like if you were to live here, which is amazing because that's the main goal about this. This isn't to get the best angles. This is to show the picture of what it would look like if you were to move in there. And I think this building does a great job. And then the picture of the building, I like how it's zoomed out. If we were to compare it to the other listing, let's go to their front picture. Like, it's not really zoomed out. You don't understand where you're going to park your car. It's very tough to get a feel for the place when you don't see the surroundings of the place. Compared to this one, you can see the surroundings. You can see that it's by a main street. Obviously, you see that there's street parking. One critique, though, that I do have is if they had a place to show where they could park their car that isn't by the side of the street, I bet that it would drastically improve the chances of people actually wanting to visit this. But this is already a very big improvement from the previous listing. So now that we've seen the pictures, let's take a look at the boom. Look at that. I love this. Right up front, $100 off monthly rate, available now, and a clear call to action. Contact our leasing office to tour in person, and they drop an email. Love it. Obviously, community amenities. Okay, cool. Carport. I would love for them to actually include a picture of the carport. They probably have one in, let's say, another platform, but currently in this platform, they don't have one. So that's just a small critique right there. Clubhouse, controlled access community, elevator access, fitness center. Obviously, we've seen the fitness center. Pet friendly. That's awesome. Okay. Yep. So now okay, cool. So they do have the lease lengths. Did this other one have lease lengths? I'm pretty sure it did. It's pretty standard practice. 12 months versus 6 to 12 months. So they're a little bit more flexible on lengths of leasing. Security deposit. Yeah. See, this is the thing. This apartment right here is 1,172 at 624 square feet, while this one is 1,195 at a 700 square feet, slightly a little bit bigger. But let's be honest, for roughly $18 cheaper, would you rather move into a facility that looks like this or a facility that looks like this? If you had a budget of $1,200, would you rather move into something that looks like this and requires a requires a $1,075 deposit, or something that looks like this and they only require a $500 security deposit? It's a no-brainer. And I wanted to make this video not to bash these companies, but just to open up some eyes and just really show what it would be like if you were, if you were looking for an apartment, and what the options would be at a very similar price point and a very similar location. So anyways, tomorrow's video will be about virtual tours and 3D walkthroughs. I'm going to find some listings, one that does a really good job and one that doesn't do a good job, and we're just going to compare them. I'm going to say this once again, this isn't to trash talk any company. This is just being real. This is being very straightforward, and hopefully that company with the bad pictures comes across this video, and instead of them feeling offended, I really hope that they take my words as a critique and act upon it, because at the end of the day, they're costing the property owner money, and long story short, you want to make sure you're maximizing your profits in every single step. Every single step should be maxed out. It's like a video game. You got to max out every single perk that you get in order to make the game easy. So anyways, my name is Yancey, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thanks.